I just want to give an update to my Detroit Diesel friends and the Detroit Diesel enthusiasts that offered me so many suggestions. This engine had a fuel leak, and of course up in the lines up under the valve cover. And when I changed all the oil and put fresh oil in it, I couldn't get oil pressure anymore. And I didn't feel like I was getting oil pressure in time, and I was afraid to run the engine. So anyhow, I finally got down here. It was months ago that people offered me suggestions, but I finally got down here to the boat, and cold weather has subsided and so forth. And I've backfed the line to the oil pressure gauge right here. I backfed this line. Where did it go? There's in my picture. There's my finger. And backfed it with one of these little oil change pumps. I pulled oil out of the dipstick hole and put it in, made this little contraption with a check valve and an oil pressure gauge, and backfed everything. So I knew that and I had 50 pounds of pressure. This little sucker puts out 50 pounds of pressure, believe it or not, little impeller pump. And I put, I knew that my bearings would have plenty of oil in them once I did that. And then I fired it up and I got 20 pounds of oil pressure. My gauge was also faulty, so I put this little unit up to the gauge side of the line, shot it up to 50 pounds, and didn't move until my wife pecked on the gauge, and voila, the gauge came up to 45 pounds. My gauge down here was reading 50, and that one up there is reading 45. So I put it all back together, fired it up, and I have about 25 pounds of oil pressure at idle now. So, and way more, you know, when I go up to about 1,000 RPM, then I have pretty close to 40 pounds. So, real close. Matter of fact, one engine's a little over. Basically, I have the two engines now operate at the same, oil pressure at corresponding RPMs. So, so I know everything's back to normal on the engine, and I'm closing the books on this one, getting ready to run my boat now again. Thank you all for your suggestions.